Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of IP Tuts. I am your host, Philly Phil, and today we will be going over the second part of the Shield Emblem tutorial. In the first part, I showed you guys exactly how to create this handy dandy shield looking thing right here. And we're trying to replicate this, but not so much as a replication. I'm just kind of showing you guys exactly how to go through the steps in creating your own. Um, so if you haven't seen it, there should be a link or something right now to part one. Go check that out because this is part two. Um, Thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in the first part, I went ahead and showed you guys exactly how to create this thing. In the second part, I'm going to show you guys how to put in this emblem or trace, because what this is actually just a pair of goggles I found on Google, and I traced it in Illustrator. Then I grabbed a piece of gas mask, and I traced that. Then I found another piece of gas mask, and I traced that. And I put them all together with the letters AOFX at the bottom. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how to trace and get an image to come out the way you want it to. Alright, so I was going to do the gas mask again, but I figured no. With tomorrow being Transformer Friday and Transformers is hitting Blu-ray and DVD tomorrow, I figured, hey, why not do an Autobot symbol? So, without further ado, we got an Autobot symbol. Right now, this is just a JPEG. This is just a JPEG that I just brought in. Um, when you first bring it in, you might want to embed it. Right now, I already embedded it, but it will come up saying embed, whatever. Right now, in this situation, with this being so cleanly cut and nice and fine, you can either click it and go live trace, which would work, um, or you could trace it how I'm going to show you guys how to trace this. Um, and so let's go ahead and start tracing. What we want to do is you want to lock that layer. And actually, let's turn off the eyes on everything else and just focus on just this layer itself. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our pen tool. We're just going to start tracing it. Make sure that you're set to zero. Make sure you're set to clear on your fill and your stroke. And the reason for that is when you start, let's grab the red. When you start to trace, you will end up covering your picture as you're trying to trace it. And so you won't know what you're doing or where you're at as far as that's concerned. Also, if you have a fill, the same thing will happen. It won't line up correctly because of the fact that that stroke is throwing you off. You're seeing the green line and you're like, well, now I need to compensate for it and all that other nonsense. And then the blue line's the actual line you're worried about, but you can't see the blue line because it's hidden inside the green one. So you always want to make sure that you're set to clear on both stroke and fill. You're like, well, how am I going to know where I'm at? Shut up, I ain't got time for that. You'll know, trust me. Alright, so we'll start, and you just start tracing. Just going at it, start tracing, connect. Now that that's there, we can go ahead and do these inside parts. Now these inside parts, um, just like anything else, you would just draw it, right? And let's just say we put them in there, and they're there, right? Now, this inside part is over the top of this part over here, which is that outline. So you want to put that and make that a whole. What you want to do is you want to select both of them, go Control 8 to create a compound path, which would make that a whole. So now, when you go to fill it, bam, you have a hole there. And then you would just do the same thing with this one. So then you would just go, you would grab your pen tool and make the lines here, 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 and close it up, select it, and your other one, Control 8 again, or you can come up here to Object, Compound Path, Make Compound Path. You can also release it by Control Shift 8, but we don't want to release it. And once again, you would grab it, you check it out, and voila. And you would just do that for your entire, regardless of the logo or the inside picture for your emblem. You would just go through tracing it, just like that. And let's go ahead and go through here. And of course, you would just hold down Shift and run it straight until that connects up there. and then you can come down to this other side, and it should pretty much line up due to the way it was going and the angle at which you were pulling that line. And then click it, X, and you just click there, click there, click there. Once again, you don't want to be doing it this way as far as having a fill or a stroke on. That way you can make sure that your lines line up directly with the edges and the corners or whatever image you were trying to trace. And then you would just grab this, your pen tool, and once again you just start going at it. Now right here, if you want to stop, because if I was to try to click here, it creates it and it swings it way out here. What you want to do is click that anchor point again to stop it at that point. So we started it, you click it again to stop it, and that little handle, the busy handle right there, disappears. And then you can go ahead and continue on to your straight 90-degree or really sharp angles at that point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'm going to trace it, and then I'll get back to the rest of the tutorial. Alrighty, so alright, so I've now completed the Autobot symbol. I've traced everything. Everything's done, and our Autobot symbol is complete. We can turn off the eye off of the image, or even delete it if you want, and grab all these and group it, which is Control G, and that groups it all into one. Now what we want to do is we want to turn the eye on everything else. Oh, well, except for our two backup layers that we have from before. And we'll grab that, we'll go black, we'll scale it up a bit, maybe move it down. You know what, now that I'm looking at this thing, I want to change that gradient. Let's unlock it, grab that gradient. We're going to grab a blue. Let's see, a blue, that kind of blue? Yeah, you know what, I like that. There we go. I like that a lot. Alright, so what we can do here is we'll stylize. I mean, pretty much you're done right here. I mean, you have your whole emblem ready to go. Everything's all set. It looks pretty. But we're just gonna stylize this a little bit more. We'll grab an outline and we'll add a medium gray to it. Let's give it more of a darker gray, like such. Yeah, I like that. I like that one. Just to kind of break up the edges and give it a little bit of a highlight, like not an actual highlight, but a highlight. You know what I'm saying. Let's see, what else can we do to this thing? If you so please, you can actually add a gradient to this. Like, oh, let's add a gradient to it. What we'll do is since it's all grouped already, we're gonna go Control 8, compound path again. God bless that thing. Right now, and what that does is now it's not a group anymore. Before it's a group, so we can actually go in here and select individual pieces. But now it's a compound path, which it's all connected by the same coloring system. So I can go G for gradient and add a gradient to that sucker, and it now has an official gradient to the inside. Let's drop that blue out. Let's add, let me reselect that, sorry about that. Let's drop that blue out. We'll grab this and we'll make it a grayish color. We will rotate that 90 degrees. Let's switch those colors around to where the dark's at the bottom, and we will push the black up a little higher just so there's like a little difference between the two. And pretty much there you have it, folks. You have your shield emblem with your little logo on the inside. Then you can always go and toss this up here, grab something like this. We will grab and we'll type in letters Transformers. We'll grab that, we'll make this bigger. We'll grab this. Let's go over here to the Transformers font. Oh, I guess I gotta go find it. Where's it at? Transformers normal. Bam! Look at that. We got that going on. Control Shift O, create outlines. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it this way. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna do this. TF3. TF. That's right. Transformers. Dark of the Moon comes out tomorrow, or maybe today. Depends on if I post it. If I post this on Friday, then it comes out today. But I probably won't. I'll wait until later on tonight to post this thing, which means it comes out tomorrow. Check it out, Blu-ray, and let's again Control Shift O to create outlines. Let's grab this. I don't remember if they usually do these edges or if it's the other edges. I can't remember. But you know what? I'm doing this edge because I'm Phil and I do what I want when I want. There we go. We'll grab that, press the I, select that, go over to the gradient, Control 8, compound path it, gradient to 90 degrees, and it's supposed to be an outline now. I don't know what it's tripping off of. Grab that, drop that even further up. Let's go straight black. I'm down with straight black. And yeah, you get what I'm doing here. Y'all know what's up. Thank you for watching. I am your host, Philly Phil. This has been an IP Tut. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me some thumbs up if this was helpful. I don't know what I did here at the end. Probably gonna get a message from the Transformers. Michael Bay's gonna call me and say, Phil, what the heck was that? I don't know. You know. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the Inconsistent Pictures fan page. If there's something you want to see done, definitely hit me up. If you're having troubles, on your own design, you need a question answered, that's where you should reach me. I try to answer everything. Thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Philly Phil. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more stuff coming, more videos, more tutorials, all kinds of good stuff. The Philly Phil Show, which is coming up here soon. So thank you for watching, and y'all take care. Peace, love, and chicken grease.